Hi everybody, welcome to your art class. It's me, Mr. Mingoni. So we are approaching the end of the second trimester. Alright, so that means I am going to be collecting an artwork from each student because I'm going to enter grades in for the second trimester. It's not a big deal, don't worry. All I need you to do is submit one artwork, and it can be any artwork that you want. It could be something we've done from this class. It could be something you did on your own. It could be this one that we make today. It doesn't matter. You submit any one you want. And here I have some instructions for you on how to do that. So here are all the instructions right here, and I'm going to kind of walk you through this. So the first thing we do up here, we join that Google Classroom. Okay, so I have a Google Classroom for all of the 5th grade. Okay, and all my 5th graders will join that, and there's an assignment in there where you can turn in your art. So basically there's a link in the description to this YouTube video. You can just click that link, and that's the joining link for the Google Classroom. Or there's this code. See this code right here? UA3VQLI. You can put that into Google Classroom, and that will get you in the class as well. So you just go to the Google Classroom website, and right here above me on the corner you're going to see a plus sign like that. And that's how you join a new class. So you click that plus and you enter that code, and that's going to get you in. Or you can just click on the link in the description. So either way, that's how you get in the classroom. That's step one, just getting in there. And you got to do that on your school Google account, or else it's not going to work. So get on your student Google account and join that classroom. Second thing you're going to have to do, there's an assignment. All that classroom has right now is just one assignment. So you just click on that, and it's just asking you to turn in one artwork. So you're going to click add. You can see up above me there's an add button for the assignment, and you go down to file. You see that paperclip with file? So if you have like a picture on your device that you took, you just attach that file, and then that's going to be it. That's all you got to do. It's very simple. It's simple and complicated at the same time, I guess. But all I need, we're just turning in one artwork, any artwork, okay? It's about as simple as I can make it. So just to review, you join the Google Classroom with that code or the link, and then you click the assignment and just submit one artwork in the assignment. All right? So if you need to, watch the beginning of this video again, but it has all the information that you need, okay? So let's get into making some art now. Awesome. So I've kind of been doing a new style of art that I've really enjoyed doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you how that works, and I just thought I would share that with you because I thought it would be something you would enjoy as well, and it kind of builds on some things that we've already learned and worked on this year. So it'll be really interesting to see where you take this project. So let's bring the camera down so you can see the artwork. I got to make some adjustments here, it looks like. Flip like that. Like this. And it's so bright, so I got to turn that down so you can see. And oh, that's a little better. Now it looks like a drawing. Okay, look at this drawing here. So I drew the outline of a tree. So don't be intimidated. Don't be intimidated by looking at this. Yours does not have to look like this. This is just kind of a jumping off point. So I drew the outline of a tree, basically, and I filled in the whole tree with just all these little designs and shading. You know, everything is shaded like we talked about with dark and light, you see? So it's just kind of a lot of random nonsense designs that I went in and did shading. So we're going to try that out. Once again, it does not have to look like this. You know, all of our art's different. That's great. It's a good thing. Good thing for our art to look different. We don't want it all to look the same. So, I think my audio is peaking. Sorry if that sounded bad for a while. Should fix it now. Okay. So you're going to start out with a shape. It could be any kind of shape you want. It could be a letter. It could be Pikachu. It could be a heart. It doesn't really matter what shape it is. Change that light. That light's being a little weird. Okay. But you want to make it pretty big, you know. Give yourself a lot of room because we're pretty much going to draw inside that shape. All right? Like the other one, I did a tree. For this one, I'm going to do a donut because I've just had this image in my head of doing that design on a donut. So I'm making really big, and then the whole of the donut will be like this. That's my donut shape. Alright? Kind of setting myself up here because this is a big space that I'm going to fill in with little stuff. So when you're filling it in, it's just doodles and designs and whatever you feel like making. That's all there is to it. Is just whatever. It could be animals, it could be little houses and people. It doesn't matter. It could be just anything. So I've got just a pencil here and an eraser, and that's all I'm going to use for this. So I don't know, like maybe I'll start with like a squiggly line and a spiral. It doesn't matter, just doodles, right? And then I'll kind of make that line into a bigger shape like that. Okay, that's a good start. Maybe I'll do a couple more right next to it. I'm basically just trying to fill space. You know, I could have some lines coming out this way. Why not, right? It doesn't really matter. You're just kind of following your feeling and whatever you feel like putting in there. Maybe down here, I'll put some lines like this. I'm doing a lot of lines over on this part, okay? And after I do kind of a chunk like this, that's when I start to shade it. So that I don't want to draw the whole thing and then feel like I have to shade everything. That's going to be a lot of work. So I just do it as I go. And the shading doesn't have to be super complex. You just add a little bit. You just add, you know, maybe dark on one side of your shape, and then it's getting lighter as it goes over. You see? Just kind of think of each shape as having a little bit of dark to light. And this is like another shading practice type thing, so don't feel like everything has to be perfect. Just fill it in. Just fill it in a little bit. If you spend too much time trying to make it super perfect with this one, you're not going to get very far with the amount of time we have. If you want to spend 3 hours on it, I say, hey, great. But everybody doesn't have 3 hours to work on this, so you know, try to go a little quickly with the shading. It's a good skill to have to kind of train yourself to do some just kind of quick, simple shading. Just give it a dark side, maybe in a light side. You see? And that adds a lot. When you have, you just go dark on this side and lighter, dark to light. Every little shape is dark to light, dark to light. Okay? So that's how you do that. And then you just add any shapes and things that you want. Like maybe I'll make, I don't know, maybe I'll make a little cavern here with some bricks, right? Like a train, and then instead of a train coming out, it's just like a long shape. Maybe I'll figure out what that is later. But I'll shade the inside of the cavern going dark to light. See? I'll shade the bricks going dark to light. Everything has some kind of shading. I'll shade this thing coming out, dark on the bottom, getting lighter at the top. And then maybe underneath, I have some little lines, tiny lines going down. Okay? You see how that's starting to work? So I'm gonna put on some nice relaxing music for us to work to, and then I'm just gonna doodle, and you can copy shapes that I draw. I don't care. That's kind of why I'm doing this, to demonstrate. You can put your own spin on it. You can come up with something else completely, but we're basically making this shape, filling it with lots of designs, and shading everything, and trying to make it as detailed as possible, right? So like by the time you're finished and it's filled in, it's going to have this really cool, like detailed, texture-y sort of look. So yeah, let's get some music going. Some nice kind of art-making music, because we like to do that. Here we go. Okay. Alright, I'm going to turn my mic off too so that we can just kind of relax and make some art. I'll check in a little bit. Just checking in with everybody. Hope you're all doing pretty good out there. I'm sure yours probably doesn't look like mine at this point, because when you're doing a project that's as open and free as this, you know, they're all going to go in different directions, but there's probably some similarities, and that's kind of cool. I really would like to see what yours look like. So you can submit this one for your art assignment if you want. You don't have to, though. You can pick any one you want. If you need to take a little break, go for it. This is some pretty intense drawing. So, you know, you can get up and stretch a little bit, take a break, or just keep working. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to work until the class is over, and then I'm going to take a break. And sometimes I just don't even think about it. Like, I just put little shapes and then fill in with some shading, and then it turns into something. I mean, yeah. As long as you just kind of fill in a lot of space, it's going to look cool. It's going to turn into something interesting. Here, I don't even know what I'm doing with this. I'm just making a texture, like little bumps and shading the bumps. And I'll make like little shadows and little bits and maybe some crazy lines to give it kind of chaotic texture. Just playing, you know, just experimenting on this thing and trying things out. It's kind of a weird looking part. Someone's imagination will see that and be like, oh, it's this, it's that. Do something with it. Pretty neat looking donut so far, if I do say so myself. It's a cool style. I'm excited about it, and the more I practice this style, the better I get at it. It gets cooler and cooler, so I'm excited to see where this goes for me and for you. I just really wanted to share this because I'm excited about this kind of new type of drawing that I've discovered. So it's always good to share when you find something beautiful. At 23 minutes so far. We got, I think, like 7 minutes left. So obviously I'm not going to finish this one. In fact, here's what I'm going to say. Let's pick this one up next week. Let's make this a 2-day project, because I know no one's going to finish this today. And this is one that I would like to finish this one. I wouldn't like to just say, well, that one was practice, and if you finished it, okay. If not, that's fine. I'm going to say, let's make it our goal to finish this one, and we'll work on it next time. If this is the one you're going to turn in for your assignment, that's fine. You can turn it in halfway done. You can turn it in like just half done, show me today's work. I don't care. I'm not grading really harshly on that. I am more or less just checking to see that you created some artwork, okay? So if you turn something in, essentially you're gonna get your grade. All right, I know that this has been a weird time for school, and I'm just not grading super harshly at this time. I just don't think it's appropriate. So you turn in an artwork, you're gonna get your grade, and that's the bottom line. Just show me that you're doing something, okay? Don't stress about it. The last thing I want is for you to stress about this. I just want to collect one artwork and get something to give you a grade on, okay? This is just for art. This is not the year for super hard grading. I wish we could wish we could get a little deeper with the grading, but it's just not possible, and that's okay. As long as you're making stuff, trying your best, that's what's important. So it looks like I'm gonna probably get most of like the front of the donut finished today, and then probably work on the back half of the donut next time. So hang on to this one for next time. Save this for next time. If you finish it today, hey, maybe we start a new one next time. Why not? Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a nice shadow under my donut. Like this. That nice shadow is really what can give it kind of this sort of realistic look. So I'm just gonna gently brush in the side of my pencil some color or some shade along here. And I'm going to smudge it with my finger. Yeah, shadow. Erase this line, I don't need this. Oh, sorry if the music was too loud there. Okay, and then I'm going to smudge that to make it look nice and, well, shadow-ish. Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm an art teacher, not the English teacher. A little more darkness under that shadow. Putting a shadow underneath just kind of brings it to the next level of like, what if this was a real object, right? You see that? And then maybe I add like a horizon line in the background that's kind of like a table, right? Just a little slight shading under the line, smudge it the same kind of way. Take a little bit out, not too much. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Now that's a donut. Now that's what I call a donut. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at this for today. I'm happy with this. I hope you're happy with your drawing too. And we're going to work on it next time. And you know what, if you want to start a new one next time, that's fine too, but it would be cool to try to get this finished. So, just real quick, just to be sure, I want to review the grading one more time. Alright? Just in case anyone is still confused. So, it is the end of the second trimester, so I am collecting a grade from each student just to check and make sure and see that you're making some art. So you're going to, here, I'll put myself back up here. Hang on. Okay. So you are going to join the Google Classroom with either the link in the description of this YouTube video or this code. You put it in Google Classroom, you go to Google Classroom, click that plus sign, enter it in there, okay? And then You click on the assignment in our Google Classroom. You go to Add, boop, and then File, and if you take a picture of your artwork, and that's the file that you put up for that. All right, that's all you got to do. All right. I'm not gonna say, judge your artwork on how good it is or anything like that. This is more just about, I'm just gonna check in and see that you're creating an artwork. All right, pretty simple. All right, love you all. I hope you're doing okay. Hope you had fun with this lesson, and hey, maybe practice a little bit. If you got some doodling or some extra time, practice this style of like all these little things and the shading. It's really fun. So, all right, take care, everybody.